Goku does not have to be the strongest character in Dragon Ball. If he never becomes stronger than Beerus, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, how long is Dragon Ball going to keep going on is the real thing. I think it would be deflating if he never, ever passed the mountain that was Beerus. We are here to discuss your Dragon Ball hot takes again. And for the past couple of days, past couple of times, it's been Zamasu glaze. I'm honestly even starting to lose track of your stupid shit. I don't even remember what the dumb thing was last time, but I'm pretty sure it was Zamasu shit. So without further ado, let's start off with your ass hot takes. Daima is honestly a really cool concept, and as a Laps fan, the fuck, I'm more excited for it than I would be Super. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I think dishonest as hell, but fair. I'm not gonna lie. Dragon Ball Super immediately dropping after 2 movies, one that had Frieza back into it. I understand a lot of people didn't like the movie necessarily, but for those that even found the movie enjoyable, because there's a lot of people that like the movie, it's Goku, Frieza, and Vegeta, and that's all they need. And let alone after Battle of Gods, the hype around Dragon Ball Super, I probably say it definitely had more hype. Now, what am I gonna do? Tell somebody how they should personally feel about a series? But I will say, if I have to be somewhat objective here, Dragon Ball Super definitely had more hype going into it, but I'm definitely all for more Dragon Ball content. I'm starting an arc. Humans deserve more. We should get a human to catch up some way or somehow in the power scaling so we can see more paths of extreme power than simply being a Saiyan or a deity. Utilize magic a bit more. Maybe you're calling him God here. I don't know, but gang. I mean, you guys do this every time, and it's the definition of sound good. But then every time I hear these talks, 1, I say, what about Videl? But 2, I then go on and be like, all right, bruh, so you're telling me that the same story is going to have me buy into the following characters: Gohan's path to power, Piccolo's path to power, Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, who's getting back in the motherfucking lab. We got Oob on in the tuck, who was an Earthling, by the way. All these things, but now, you know, let's get Tien relevant again. Let's get Yamcha relevant again. Bro, you the same niggas that did this One Piece, though. My God. I mean, if every character is on timing, I suppose. 2, I don't necessarily think the humans need this path to power thing, considering that they kind of already have it via being a very, very technical martial artist. That's been their thing. They've gone against stronger opponents with higher power levels, all these things, but martial arts has been their caveat. IQ has been their caveat, their bailout. I don't think that they need an ultra human instinct or something like that. Kind of downplays what the humans have accomplished in the series, if anything. I think Goku remembering his parents is one of the most underrated scenes in Dragon Ball history. I mean, that's vague as hell. I'll say Goku when he remembered his parents is definitely cool. I don't know if it's one of the more underrated ones in history, because the people that know talk about it. The people that don't know, don't know. So I don't know if I'm necessarily going to say it's the most underrated moment or one of them even. Because then, like, what moments I think don't get enough praise? I think niggas take for granted how great I Will Not Let You Destroy My World is. I think there's a lot of moments in the Cell Saga that don't have to do with Gohan that are underrated. I think Goku is low-key fantastic in the Cell Saga, and he doesn't get enough credit for it. So I don't know if this is one of the most underrated ones, but it's a good moment. Goku Black would have been the best villain in the series, but got held back by having a second Zamasu and making them immortal. Yo. This is like 4 hot takes videos in a row, dog. What's up with you niggas and Zamasu and Goku Black? Yo, at this point, I'm gonna have to rewatch this on camera. I've rewatched it off camera several times. At this point, we're gonna have to react to this shit again, just so I can discuss with you guys live why the fuck y'all love this arc so much. Now, do I think Goku Black is 100% cool? Absolutely. Do I think, if y'all think they're good villains, fine. I do not get this top 3, top 2, let alone best villain shit going on here. I don't see it. I don't see how Goku Black would have been the best. If anything, Zamasu would have been the best. I actually disagree with your idea that because there was 2, one wouldn't have worked out. Now, maybe I'm like using the power of hindsight, and Zamasu in Goku Black's body just truly would have been the best, but I think ultimately it would have been nice to reveal that character, put a face to the character, and not just have it be Nega Goku the entire time. So yeah, I think Zamasu definitely had that potential, especially if he's shown as Zamasu doing it and being the best villain, but that potential is certainly not tapped in on for many reasons. To be fair to this comment, he did say would have. He didn't say it is. Hot take of the night. Videl got some of the best potential of the Earthlings. Of the Earthlings, I guess, but I mean, that's just a floor thing. No. Now, now, don't get me wrong. Videl should be the main character. Videl should get all the power-ups in the world. But reality is she isn't written that way to have potential. She just is, you know? She just is her. She just is Videl. In terms of pure potential, I mean, Tien Shinhan probably, or Krillin. It'd be one of those two. I know those are the corny, boring answers, but it's the answers. Daima, whatever, seems like it's gonna be GT, but with Toriyama's vision. I mean, I hope so. Gohan should have Kai energy to tie it in with his new beast form. When the old Kai unlocked his potential, he gave Gohan Kai energy. He struggled to use the energy until recently. This plot would give him motivation to train more. See, the worst part, the scariest part is that, like, of all the shit I just read, there was a nigga in chat that said that makes sense. And this is the kind of, like, hype beast fan manga shit that scares me. Okay, boom. There's an obvious reason why this cannot work. It's no foreshadowing whatsoever. It's just out of nowhere. And I hate that shit. 7 Deadly Sins. Why did I just randomly name drop 7 Deadly Sins? It's the first anime that I picked up, put down, and said I'm not going back to it because I'm sick of it. I hate power-ups or plot devices that you could technically, if you squint your eyes, try to tie together, but there's no implication that Gohan got Kai energy from the Kais when he got his potential. Like, there's literally zero implication that that was done. So the idea that all along he's had Kai energy, I guess I never tapped into it, would be that I'm not gonna lie, gang, that's lazy writing. That'd be the definition of lazy. I certainly do not want Gohan out of nowhere to just say, oh, I have God Ki. I just never knew how to use it in the Buu Saga. No, bro. That is lazy writing at its finest. Goku does not have to be the strongest character in Dragon Ball. I don't have a problem with him getting stronger, but if he never becomes stronger than Beerus, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, how long is Dragon Ball going to keep going on is the real thing. I think it would be deflating if he never, ever passed the mountain that was Beerus. It shouldn't be for a long time. I'll give you that. But if he never gave Whis a proper fight, if he never surpassed Beerus or anything like that, that'd be deflating. That'd be demoralizing. I don't think Goku, when it's all said and done, needs to be this guy that one-taps everybody. But Goku definitely needs to be a serious player in the God realm when it's all said and done, if the series were to continue. I still consider Vegeta a false/anti-hero. He can do somewhat heroic things, but it's mostly rooted in relieving his personal guilt, revenge, or protecting his family. Vegeta's a good guy. Vegeta literally, I mean, one hit quitter, TKO. Vegeta literally is able to do the God ritual. I think that's something that people downplay. He has a righteous heart, objectively speaking. Now, how that's happened, you can argue because of what you're saying. It stemmed from making up his guilt. It stemmed from revenge, protecting his family. But at the end of the day, the nigga literally was seen as having a righteous heart. He goes on to have like a mentorship arc in Super several times. Yeah, you're doing a lot to try to argue that Vegeta is not just a straight up good guy. He's a good guy. Good guy Jeets, man. Kid Gohan is easily a top 5 character. Nah, but I like the Kid Gohan agenda. I love the Kid Gohan agenda. I think Kid Gohan is in my top 5 most underrated characters ever. And maybe if you're going saga for saga, then like perhaps every saga that features Kid Gohan, he's top 5. I'd probably find that hard to disagree with, but I don't think that's what you're doing. Furthermore, yeah, I love the Kid Gohan pool. I think Kid Gohan probably is one of the most, if not the most underrated character in Dragon Ball, but I'm going to say that no, there's more than 5 characters better than Kid Gohan. Super Saiyan was and is still by far the best transformation in the entirety of Dragon Ball, and it's underutilized now. We are so far down the transformation lineup to where previous transformations don't mean anything, and that makes me sad. I see where you're coming from, but that's not entirely true anymore. 1, 2, Super Saiyan's used today. So I don't see how it's underutilized. Super Saiyan is used today. Several times where our characters will go Super Saiyan and then before they go God or Blue or Ultra Ego or Purple or whatever the fuck color you want. But Super Saiyan itself is used a lot. Super Saiyan was used by Kefla. Super Saiyan is used by Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, obviously. It's used by
Cabba.
It's used a ton. It's used a ton. Super Saiyan is definitely still a major transformation to be done. If anything, you could argue that it's just given out to whoever. The tingly back thing pisses people off. But no, Super Saiyan is a transformation that hasn't gone away and will never go away. Hell, Super Saiyan is something that people are trying to revisit in terms of adding on to techniques like Ultra Instinct even. So no, I don't think Super Saiyan's underutilized. And as far as it being the best transformation, I mean, cold take of hell. Other than the troll about how Super Saiyan Rage is good, I think Wrath of the Dragon is severely overrated. Yeah, Tapion is cool, even though all he does is drop down and tweak for half the movie. Then when Super Saiyan 3 Goku comes out of nowhere, even though it should have been Trunks. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing y'all's sentences like hell because my God. For me, nah, Wrath of the Dragon's easily the most emotional Dragon Ball movie. There's specials that are more emotional for my Bardock and Trunks fans. But in terms of movie emotion, yeah, Tapion probably takes the cake. Even if you think there's a movie or two out there, it's still one of the more emotional movies in Dragon Ball history with a very interesting plot. And then to go on both of those things, you niggas are talking about Earthlings getting opportunities, Trunks getting opportunity, Goten getting opportunity. This is like the non-Goku show. I'll give you this. That ending where Goku comes out of nowhere with the Dragon Fist, pretty fucking corny. However,
It was fucking cool.
so that in itself is like a coin flip on how you feel about it. And I'm more so on the negative because it definitely was random. But again,
It was fucking cool.
so outside of the ending being spotty for me, I love a lot of things about that movie. I know I trolled with it with the sexy red shit going on when I was watching it, but reality, that's a damn good movie. Heavily disagree there. Rage and Blast 1 solos everything over 2, but the roster, that's copium. If you're okay with Vegeta training with Whis and absorbing God Ki naturally, then by that logic, you should be okay with Trunks fighting Goku Black for a long period of time prior to going back in time and also gaining traces of God Ki for Rage. Oh. You know what? No. Oh, no. And actually, I'm going to trust the comments to comment why that's stupid. Not comment why you agree. I'm going to trust TSO for the first time in my life. I'm going to trust that majority of the comments on this timestamp, whatever timestamp that this is, that you niggas aren't going to comment, I mean, he's spitting facts. That's why you didn't. No. I'm not. No. I'm going to trust that you niggas know why this is dangerously stupid. Gohan shouldn't have dropped the earring and their fusion should have beaten Boo. Vegeta my dog, but don't get me wrong, but I feel like it would have made more sense to have that and then Gogeta be the Goku / Vegeta transformation. Nah. This is another thing where I think sometimes the community gets into the fan manga shit too much. Gohan getting the dub seems a little anticlimactic. Seeing him fuse, cool. Nothing really changes if they fuse versus if Goku and Vegeta fuse in terms of accomplishing, hey, we gotta save these motherfuckers, but you wrote them to get the W, and I think that's anticlimactic. 2, shouldn't be a scorcher, but it is. Gang, Goku and Vegeta fusing, 2 of the characters that were the most entertaining and polarizing characters in that arc at that moment in time, made the most sense. These were 2 characters that you thought could never work together. You finally saw them work together, and they pub stomped the strongest possible villain we've ever seen in Dragon Ball history. I love the idea that Goku and Vegeta fused instead of Goku and Gohan. Yes, father-son Kamehameha Part 2 would have been cool. But reality, the correct decision was made. Vegito definitely should have existed. Vegito was definitely the right play here. Cell should have come back with a new form in the Tournament of Power instead of Frieza. Well, no, Cell shouldn't have a new form. But if you want to have Cell come back in the Tournament of Power to write how desperate the Universe 7 team is, like instead of like, yo, 10's not strong enough, whoop, then maybe you, like for all my Earthling needs a path to power shit, there you go. Just have like all the Earthlings realize that they're way too fucking weak and these niggas are literally relying on dead foes to come back. I'm cool with the idea that Cell, Boo, and Frieza should have all been in the Tournament of Power. That actually is cool. That would have been ironic and funny even. You easily write that there. But the idea that he needs a new form is just over the top. Future Trunks, despite how cool he is an overrated character, and Super Saiyan Rage makes his character development worse. Super writing him out of the story makes no sense at the end of the Zamasu arc. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Trunks a lot on this channel, whether he's overrated, underrated. We talked about Rage on this channel for some unknown amount of reasons. Super Saiyan Rage is stupid, we know that. But my main concern for Trunks is every time his story is going to just be this random Trunks came back from the future thing. Fine, cool, whatever. It's doing that a third time is going to be challenging, especially because now there's no emotional attachment to the universe. So I kind of don't care about future Trunks. And in a way, you might be onto something. Do they ever really spin the block on future Trunks unless he just randomly wants to check on the Z Fighters and maybe Trunks saves someone out of nowhere? Yeah, now that I think about it, spinning the block for like what is that third Trunks arc going to be that I give a fuck about? Because you've erased the universe. So you're in a parallel universe already. Like, I'm not attached to this fourth timeline. I don't care about it. Yeah, that it was definitely weird when they wrote him out. I thought he would stay, but then again, I don't like Zeno even fucking deleting the timeline. If you had a cycle, if you're gonna introduce Trunks the same way in every fucking arc, then do that. But you kind of made it harder to do that now. Vegeta's first death was better and sadder than his second. Now, that is a hot take. That's an I'm being different one, but I might be different with you. I do think there was a bit more. Yeah, I'm definitely with you because I'm willing to get cooked for it. There is a level of emotion. While Vegeta's final atonement is iconic, nobody's saying that his Namek death is more iconic, gets better views, is more popular dialogue, yap. I understand all that took place prior to and during Vegeta's final atonement. But Vegeta, essentially, a character who was so cocky, just breaking down, giving up in a fucking fight. All this talk about Saiyan pride, he gives up in a fucking fight to the guy he wanted dead the most. And then of all things, on his deathbed, cries to Kakarot? That is definitely a damn moment right there. But then more importantly than all of that, he then starts like begging Goku. Then the scene when he's dead talks to Goku post-death. Yeah, I actually am going to agree. Vegeta's first death, yeah, I agree. Vegeta's first death, low-key, was better and sadder than the second. I agree. I'll give you that. That's the first hot take in God knows how long where I 100% agree, and I actually thought it was a hot take. So actually, no, fuck even the beeps. Round of applause, man. That one got me. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm even like it. That's a good one. That was a good hot take. Back to back, people said Cabba beats base Cabba beats Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I mean, we knew this, so it's supposed to be hot takes. We know Cabba slams, one taps. Gogeta, watch out! Base Cabba's coming. Trunks would have been a better main character than Goku. He had more of a struggle in the future timeline and should have at least had an arc centered around him. Gang. Trunks being a better main character than Goku. Trunks isn't even a better main character than Gohan. Trunks isn't a better main character than Vegeta. Trunks is not nearly enough of a character to be a main character in Dragon Ball. So if you want to factory reset Dragon Ball as early as the Cell Saga with Trunks stories in the future and just say fuck all of the past timeline niggas, that's a take. But then if you were to try to reset the character of not being Goku, why would it not be Gohan at that point? And I just don't see how your conclusion is Trunks should be the main character. But let me know your thoughts, man. TSO yet again has found a way to brain rot me, but at least there was one hot take that I really thought was interesting because at first I thought he was doing too much, but over time I agree with him. Anyway, take care, stay blessed. Why the fuck do you guys love Goku Black so much? Well, Goku Black's cool. Why do you guys love that arc so much? Rage is stupid. I'll see you niggas tomorrow.